So I want to move to kind of some of the skill and technique stuff.
Okay.
This is the portion that gets a little bit difficult because so much is like intuition and like it's hard to kind of verbalize what it is. But even like you said, like you have to anticipate a moment before it happens. What are you looking for? Like, what are you like? I don't know if I should use names. I'm not gonna use names. I'm doing an event last night, and it's like a hearing situation. And just by way of example, a question was asked to someone that's sitting here by the person someone that's sitting over there. The person I'm shooting is you. So I knew that once that person's question was over, when this person starts talking, the person I'm trying to shoot is going to be looking at the person.
Right.
So while the question was being asked,
You started
I got
moving.
in position
Yeah.
to be able to what's the name. So can you give some examples like that of like some things you think?
Actually, that's the perfect example. And especially working in, now we work in politics. And so you absolutely have to be mindful of your body positioning and who's speaking. You got to be paying attention. You got to be listening. Let me think. A lot of times too, I'm looking for emotion, right? I'm looking for body language, right? It's so funny. I joke with my principal, councilwoman, and I tell her I can always tell when you don't want to be somewhere. I'm not gonna do what she does because that'll give it away, but she does. There are certain things that she will do that I'm like, all right, let's get her out of here.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's like just watching for, emotion, whether it be happy, sad, excited, So I'm scanning the room, always scanning, right? I'm always looking. And a lot of times people come, they tell me like, you look like you're angry. I'm like, no, I'm just looking. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Right. I can be very intense in that moment just because I know I can't really miss. I can't afford to miss. So I'm always like I'm moving, right? I'm like literally just always moving.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure I'm getting in front of the action.
Yeah. So. It's fun. It's funny. It's a little different for me. Big black guy, and a couple times last night specifically, like I locked eyes with somebody, and then it was someone specifically. One of these, like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I promise, I'm waiting for you to get your head up out your phone.
Literally,
that's what I'm waiting.
That part.
I'm waiting
like,
on you.
Can you pay attention to what's going on?
Goodness.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, are you a sniper or like?
No, I'll wait.
Or are you gonna wait?
Oh, I'm gonna wait for that moment.
Are you camera like ready, like high ready?
I'm literally like this
until versus okay,
and then. And then I might change the angle.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting. Because I know the shot that I want.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm not just shooting aimlessly. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I used to. But now, like, you just have to be more intentional about. Yeah. And you don't want to leave a shoot and you have like 4,000 images of nothing. No, give me
more of the same thing.
The cream of the crop. Give me the right images.
I'm at Artscape on Saturday, and there was someone, I don't know who, there was someone next to me, and all I just heard was that high speed burst.
I hate that. I'm sorry. When I say,
I was like, yo, you're about to burn.
Let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now.
Cooked.
We're at a press conference. Oh, I wish you were there. We were at a press conference. I don't even think JJ was there. I was there by myself.
Okay.
I think it was like he was off or something. I had to cover. But anyway, I'm at a press conference, and if you know anything about press conferences, you got to be quiet, right? And since I've started working in politics, I'm on silent shutter.
I've started using it as well.
And now when in the moments when you have to use a flash, you can't be on silent shutter, so you have to turn it back on so that the flash will work.
Yeah.
I hate it's triggering to me now to hear that shutter. So the guy behind me, and that whole day, it's like an older black guy. I don't know who he was shooting for or why he was even there.
Yeah.
He's behind me, over top of me, shooting. And I literally turned around and I said, please turn that shutter off.
For real?
Congressman is speaking. You have to be quiet. Not only that, channel 2 is right next to you. They can hear that. Like, you gotta like relax. So anyway, silent shutter, please, always.
Yes. At worst, electronic shutter. At very worst. You don't even with it. So the electronic version it's just like Canon got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't
Shout
have
out to Canon. You know what I
Nikon
mean?
doesn't. I don't think we have
Shout out to
that.
Canon.
But.
It's just you know what I mean? Um Before I exit shift a little bit, a big thing for me, and I appreciate you even asking me, is like church photography. I have a whole other side. Part of what I do is I think churches need to have good media. I think everyone else have good media. Everyone audio. Had a friend of mine that did a podcast in here, and he said audio and video for churches is like a bathroom. Like you expect it to be clean. You don't notice a clean bathroom. You notice a dirty one. And so there's creativity there. There's intentionality there. How do you shoot church photography? I know it's a broad question,
Yeah,
but it's intentional as well.
and I've been doing it. I've been shooting church photography forever. Literally, I grew up in the church. So it's naturally, where I am. So, with a lot of reverence. It's a very vulnerable time for people in worship.
Yeah.
And so I'm very careful of how I'm moving during times of worship, during times of prayer. I would love to tell you that I'm more in the background, but that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm right in your face with it.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I can do it in a way it's discreet, but I get what I need to get.
Sure.
Right? Sometimes, like at my church, we have like this ramp. Sometimes I'm like hiding behind the ramp on my knees. So like there's a ramp here, and then the pulpit is like here. So I'm literally getting like the back of whoever is speaking, like my pastor or whoever is speaking. But it's such a beautiful view because you have all the lights in front of him, then you can see the crowd. Like, so it's just like, but I'm hidden, so people can't really see me.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I'm like on the sides, so you just kind of have to watch and be mindful and listen. It's the same thing as shooting any other event, right? Yeah. I'm on silent shutter. Shh, be quiet. Yeah. But also just making sure that I'm watching for moments, right? If it's a really high moment of like praise, like I'm like trying to get in front of the crowd. If it's a more solemn moment, I might get like hand gestures, you know what I mean? I might get them from behind instead of like, or if somebody's, crying or weeping, I might get it from the side angle and just get a tear.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what's happening, but it really calls for you to be paying attention.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Yeah, I asked that because I treat it differently than I do event photography. Like at event photography, people expect the photographer to be there.
Yeah.
But like, especially now, like church photographers, especially in some more older churches, is like,
yeah,
what you doing here? So for an event photography, like I'm your ADHD shooter. Like I find a path and I walk it.
Yeah.
The entire event. Like just to be able to hit all the spots.
Got it.
For church photography or more sensitive things like a memorial service.
Yep.
You've shot a funeral before? I shot a funeral.
So I refuse. I'm not gonna say I refuse. I might have to for work, but if I had to choose, I would never do that because I'm very sensitive to funerals. Like just in general, like it's actually like a running joke with me and my friends. Like I don't even have to know you or your family or who the person who died. I'm crying like it's my mother. Okay, so there's no way that I can do. Like I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't. No, for work, if I had to do it for work, I'll do it. But I'm very sensitive in funerals. It's bad. It's embarrassing.
It was tough. It was like, and the only reason why I did it was because it was for a friend of mine's father. But for those kind of events, I was trying to follow rules. I asked JJ, he was like, "Yo, just don't take a picture of the body." And that was the only thing in my mind the whole time. But for events like that, I'll stay in the space. I'll try to find a spot. Shout out to the 7200 Canon RF 7200 2.8 USM LZ, all the rest of the kind of levels.
Literally.
But I'll find the location or I'll find a spot that I can have like decent angle, and I'll just sit there until I
Yeah.
disappear, like to
Okay.
the crowd,
Yeah.
and then I'll try to strategically move to another spot,
Yeah.
stay there long enough to be able to just
Yeah.
disappear.
Do you go behind the casket for the final viewing?
No, behind like on the stage, like pulpit side.
Wherever the casket is, like
So
to get the families, or even on the side, like
maybe I'll show you. But I did the back of when they do the final viewing and the family comes around. I went to the back, and I just the people were in the focus. I just had them, and I got low, I shot up just so I can kind of even frame the casket just out the picture, because I'm not.
that's the worst part for me. Like that final, especially if the person has children. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
I gotta say this one. It was hard. It was a great photo, but like the granddaughter was crying, holding on to the mom, and it was just like, it was like, man, this is a great photo. I'm never gonna use
Yeah.
this. I'm never gonna be able to
Cause that's, I mean, maybe if you do like an exhibit, you can maybe
get away
swing
with
it in there. Yeah.
But one of the, and then last thing, even about reading the room, I'll even share something that JJ kind of put me on, is knowing the parties in the room, or knowing as much as you can about the room. So I bring this up because even at this funeral, I knew the couples and the people. So like, there was a husband that was reading a Bible verse and reading the Old and New Testament stuff. And I looked at his wife, and his wife was just beaming from ear to ear, just proud. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
that's my subject.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or the son who's about to preach his father's, what's the name? And one of those moments during the funeral, they played a video that the father took. The father was a photographer as well. They
boy.
played a video of the photographer of the father and his voice, and he was just like, "Man, I love you." Da, da, da. It was like a voicemail or something like that.
You want me to pass away with the person? That's
Whoa!
what you want me to do? Lay next to the casket?
Yeah.
What? What do you mean? Don't you gonna play? Okay.
As soon as it happened,
No.
the room erupted.
No,
You
I'm sure.
understand me?
Like, please do not. I cannot. Don't ever do that.
Oh,
That's so
my
traumatic.
goodness. I don't want to hear no voice. Don't.
They did, and my brother passed away a long time ago, and he was a master musician. And for whatever reason, they chose to play a clip of him playing "It Is Well With My Soul." Okay, I mean, done, completely finished, done. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So they make for the emotion is
Yeah,
heavy,
it does.
and it does. I mean,
It does.
it does make for great art. And they appreciate it. To be able to have some of those photos or whatever. I hope they did, but
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
let's bring the mood back up a little bit, and then we're gonna land the plane in a little bit. But like, how did you develop your unique shooting or editing style?
Oh boy.
Yeah, like what? Did you have a inspiration?
Me.
Was there someone that's dope?
Me.
Talk that talk.
Me, I am a bubbly, happy person, and that's what I want my images to portray, right? So if you go to my Instagram right now, like you're gonna see people smiling and happy and excited about life and vibrant. Look, I'm vibrant, like, and
Yeah.
that's what and very bold and contrasty. So that's literally it. It's not deep. It's that literally. I want people to feel what I feel in the moment that I'm shooting it, like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm experiencing a moment of happiness, or if the moment was happy, when the viewer sees that, that's what I want them to feel. So that's how I kind of like, I use that as like my baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In your, what does your coloring process look like? So like when you're doing that, because I was going through doing some editing this morning, and I feel like, and it's gonna sound crazy, to help me with this one.
Okay.
But I was like, I feel like I'm a solid photographer.
You are.
I feel like I'm a better editor. And I was looking, because I was like, and then once again, shout out to the R5. I got 45 megapixels to work
Okay.
with, so I can crop halfway. I'm still cooking with
Really?
grease.
Okay.
So and maybe I'm not. I don't know. You still got to get the shot.
You
but
have to. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You could take a dope shot and then the editing be trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you have both. Like, and that's great.
What your process for like pumping out? Culling through the stuff. How much do you outsource? That's another big question.
Ooh,
How much AI do you use?
I don't know. They're not paying me for they're not paying me to talk about their company, but we'll see. We'll see. They need to
There's one that I wanted to ask you about. I'm not gonna drop their name.
I can say it. I mean, it's fine. Actually, I'll go through my process.
Okay.
So, I do a shoot. I come home. I use Imagine AI.
Yeah.
So Imagine it goes through and it culls all of my images. So culling is just sorting. That's all that means. So it'll sort through all of my images. It'll flag the ones that it thinks I should keep, right? Based upon my preferences. So I set a preference like keep all of the images that look alike but they're not identical, right? So if it's a set of pictures, it'll keep like 3 of the set instead of 10, right? So it'll go through and take out all of the images that were like misfires, or somebody has their eyes closed, or somebody's mouth is weird. It'll take those out.
Yeah.
So it'll cull through all of those, and then I have uploaded maybe like
10,000 photos.
more than 50,000, maybe.
I'm sure.
50,000 images.
For them to learn your
for
style.
them to learn my style of editing. And it'll go through and edit those images upon my approval. And then from there, people stop at that. They'll just deliver from that. I don't do that. I go in and I edit over top of that.
That's good.
Like, to make sure it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. It has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right? And so that whole process may take me maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
Right? From start. Now, my portion where I'm actually physically 30 minutes.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm quick.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll do that. And then from there, I'll send out the gallery. The clients love it. Right? But they'll also, a lot of photographers don't do this. Some photographers will just send you unedited images and make you pick which ones they want retouched. And retouching, for people who don't know, that's like beyond editing. So your basic edits are color correcting, cropping, straightening, white balancing, that type of thing. Retouching is like smoothing out your pores, your skin, everything, right? And so I don't do that. I submit a full gallery that is edited, like with basic edits, right? Yeah. And then my clients can go in their gallery and select which ones they want based upon whatever package they purchase with me or collection that they purchase with me. They'll choose how many retouches based upon what they chose. And then I will retouch those, like 7 images to perfection, like nothing out of place. Everything is smooth. Everything looks good. And then I'll put those images back into their gallery, and then they're done. It sounds like a long process, but it's not. But people pay me thousands of dollars to make sure that they look good, right? Yeah. And that's one thing that I don't like. Photographers who are like at a certain price point and they're not delivering that price point worth of images to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much my process.
Yeah, that's helpful. Now real question.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask her live, y'all. So, can I hire you to, because there's 2 pieces. This is for me.
Okay.
I told you this part of this.
Okay.
This is cool. This is extra. This is for me. I don't use Lightroom Classic, and I want to. And I would like some help.
Okay.
With that one.
Okay.
And I want to tap into the Imagine AI. I started to. Here is my problem.
Okay.
And you've seen a lot of my stuff. Like, most of my pictures they put in the blurry category, and I didn't know how to. And especially when I started using it, I didn't have 10,000 photos in me to upload. I do now, so it might be a good opportunity.
It's so easy.
Okay.
I can help you today. It's so easy.
That's all right.
So easy.
I appreciate that.
And then, are you using are you manually photoshopping your images?
For the retouches, yeah, in Photoshop. For now, what I'm trying to work on right this second is I'm as best as I can, because this is the thing that I did poorly was I would just like, I'll fix it in post. I'll fix it in post. I'll fix it in post. And then I'm introducing digital grain and all the rest of that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna expose and color in camera when I take
Get
this
it right
photo.
in
So
camera.
if I need to make a small adjustment, I'll make a small adjustment.
Yeah.
That's why I do appreciate Canon. I'm not a Canon fanboy per se, but
Got you.
their colors are great. I like it. But I don't even know, the Lightroom mobile, I don't know, I think I like it. I use it on
And
my
I
phone.
only use Lightroom Classic.
Is
I
there a
don't use
cloud
mobile.
feature on there?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. But it's so easy.
Why don't you use why don't
I just never have.
Okay.
Like I've always used Class because that's where I do my basic edits. That's
Yeah.
just, and it's not much different than,
Yeah.
to me, Lightroom Mobile is a little bit more harder than Classic. I don't know why I feel that way.
I
But
feel the
it's
opposite.
but it's easy. Trust me, it's easy.
Well, I need to because I want to do more of the AI stuff
Yep.
with the edit. The
Yep.
problem is I can't use that Lightroom mobile
Gotcha.
with the what's
Yeah.
name. So, all right, 2 more quick questions for you, and I'm gonna land this plane because
Okay.
we could be here all day. What separates a good photographer from a great one?
Oh wow, so many things I feel like. So I would say a good photographer, takes good photos and they deliver, decent photos, right? I think a great photographer, and kind of, you have to figure out, okay, so why does this matter? Right? And you dig into that piece, like, why am I taking this image? Does it make sense? Right? And of course it depends on what you're shooting too, right? So if we're talking about, let's just use weddings as an example. This is like the biggest day of some people's lives, right? And so for me, I don't just show up, I don't just book a wedding. They pay me, I show up, and I deliver the images.
Yeah.
I talk to my clients. So even in my questionnaire, like, what part of your day is the most important and why? Let's talk through it. Like when I'm doing engagement shoots, how did y'all meet? Right? What would a typical Friday night look like, to you? Like, is it making pizza at home? Okay, so let's incorporate that into your engagement session. So that type of thing, like just kind of relating to your clients too. And then also giving people a good experience. Like when people come to Faven, which is my studio, from the time you book with me, right? You get a personalized message, or like a digital personalized message from me. Thank you for booking. I'm so happy that I can, be with you during this time, et cetera, et cetera. And then they walk into a really nice space, right? And I offer them snacks because I like snacks, right? And then it's a comfortable experience, right? And then I make you feel really good while we're shooting. And then even beyond that, like, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel about how you look? That type of thing. So it's just like, just being considerate of people. And then of course people want good images, like they want quality images. So I think that's kind of like what would separate, a good photographer from a great photographer. You know what I mean?
There was a word you used earlier, and it's funny. Melissa challenges me on this one regularly.
Okay.
But like, is emotion or storytelling. Photography is still stories.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And is it a quality picture, or like, are you drawn to it? Is it can you tell a story around it? Can you imagine what's happening in it? Like, I think that's the big piece. And like you said, like the client relations process from rooter to tutor. Like, you know what I mean? Making sure everyone is on the same page.
Yep.
Oh, this our ninjas be shooting group is blowing up right this second. And then my last question, and then you can kind of close however you want to close.
Okay.
It's kind of two.
Okay.
The one I hate. I hate the question, but I just think it's helpful for me
Okay.
and other photographers. Pricing.
What about it?
How do you set it?
It depends. It depends on your skill level, your IQ. Like, do you know what you're doing, right? It depends on your market. What market are you in? Your target audience, right? So those are kind of like my 4 like baseline. Like, so my target audience, it's a little different now, but like, let's just say for branding, My target audience can be anywhere from women, Black women specifically, women of color, from the age of like 28 to 50, right? Somewhere in between there. Those people may live anywhere from Baltimore to Upper Marlboro, Bowie, DC, right? Baltimore, somewhat Baltimore.
I'm with you.
I honestly don't do a lot of marketing in Baltimore for obvious reasons. Unfortunately, the market in Baltimore is a little low, right? And so I definitely try to market a little bit. I still love my Baltimore people, but the people that I have in Baltimore are people that have been with me for many years, right? And so
Which I'll be on 295 all the time.
yeah.
I'm with you.
So that is kind of like my baseline. So what do? We look at other photographers of my caliber. Okay, what are they? Where are their prices? And to be quite honest with you, they're blowing me out of the park in pricing. The people of my caliber that are photographers, people in Baltimore wouldn't dare pay. I'm talking about for a branding shoot, you're looking at like extra thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
And I try to be fair, right? Because I know it's a hard economy, it's a hard time.
Well, you're gonna try to flip this to make bread for yourself as well. We all gotta eat.
Yeah.
I need my residuals up front.
Right. So that's kind of like how and then of course the actual meat and potatoes of like, okay, how much time does it take me to edit? How much, and even if I'm outsourcing, how much does that cost me? Right, my overhead costs for you to come into the studio. The light's gonna be on, and the air gonna be on.
Yeah.
Props, things that like how much per shoot am I spending on props, right? And when I say props, I mean the actual paper. I build sets by hand by myself, right? So it's like I really have to take into account like all of those things when I set my pricing. And this space is nice, extra nice. So you need to be at a certain level too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really just that. But starting point, you need to figure out who your target audience is, right? And you need to figure out, okay, so and what does this person look like? Where do they live? And how much do I think they're willing to pay me to give them this service or to solve this problem of they need a branding videographer or to elevate their business, right?
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what we do. We're solving issues. We're solving problems for people who need our services.
Absolutely.
So.
One thing you told me last week was add it, just add it in the invoice. Like, well, I need XYZ. All right, add it to the invoice.
Yeah.
Like, I want to outsource. Cool. Then add the outsource to the invoice.
Yep.
Like, allow the client to pay for their experience because that's part of their experience. That's part of your process.
Yep. And you can even itemize it so they can see like this is what it costs. Because people will ask. Sometimes they'll ask. A lot of times, I feel like if you work with a person more than twice, they may not ask because they know what they're getting. But if it's a person who's like new, then they'll be like, well, why am I paying $8,000 or not 8,000, but whatever the price is, and because I find that a lot of people who like if this is their first time doing it, they don't even know ballpark what they're paying for. You know what I mean? Some people think like, oh, $200 that should take care of it
for a 6-hour
baby.
Literally have gotten.
I'm not even starting my car for that amount. Are you nuts?
And the other big piece, and you alluded to this last week also. When you go to your Instagram, you market on your page to your target demographic.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's not broad. It's not all the things. Yep. It's like, yo, I'm posting pictures of the client that I want to get.
Yep.
Like it's not. I mean, it ain't just scattered.
Absolutely.
My last question is one part, but it's 3-part.
Okay.
And it's stop doing this. I need 3 things that younger or amateur or beginner photographers need to stop doing, or pitfalls that you've ran into that you want them to avoid or that they can't avoid, or some simple things. 3 things. Stop doing this.
Stop bargaining your prices. That's number 1. Stop bargaining. My price. Here's my price. When you slide that proposal on the table, you do it just like this. Look. Okay, that's number one. So don't bargain your prices. Your price is your price. You set it.
Yeah.
You don't just pull the price out your behind. Like set the price for real,
Yeah.
and let that
That's
be that.
good.
And be okay with walking away if that person doesn't align with your prices. It's
Yeah.
fine. You're going. There's more. It's so much more. There'll be other people. It's okay.
Can I say something about that real
Yeah,
quick?
because I just ripped up a $3,000 check the other day because it just didn't align.
Listen,
3,000.
when I started this thing, I had the 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying aspect of it. He said, they ain't take coins, but I took coins and I put them in jar XYZ. So I was just taking everything and taking all the things and
No.
like, oh, hey, you got 100? I'll do it for 100. You got 2? I'll do it for 2. You got 3? And then what it did for me is it burned me in the long run.
Oh yeah.
They didn't care about the stuff.
No.
They didn't have value with it. I'm exhausted. I'm up. I'm too old to be doing all-nighters. I literally have done all-nighters. Smooth. I've woken up at the crib, like on my dining room table, like,
Tired.
oh my
Burnt
gosh,
out.
did I just fall asleep
Yep.
editing
Yep.
on this was?
Yep.
So, to your point, do that hustle mentality if you want to. You're gonna burn yourself
You're
out.
gonna be burnt out. And I think you just said the other thing I was gonna say too. We have a tendency when we're first starting out, and I do this sometimes now, but I don't do it not nearly as much as I used to when I first started. Um, and I don't know if you do this, but like gifting people services, right? And you want because you want to be nice, it's family and friends, right? I cannot tell you a time. I promise you this. I promise, and it kills me that I did this, but gifting people services. Okay, hey, I'm gonna gift you a headshot session, or whatever. Um, if the person doesn't ask for that, they won't value it. And what that looks like is they're going to miss the date. They're not even going to say thank you. They're going to show up. They're going to show up not looking right. I'll put it like that. If they did not ask for that, if it's not something that they desire, they're not going to value it, right? Another point, I've had family members purchase like gift cards for me for photo shoots for other people. They don't value that.
Yeah.
They don't value it. I mean, they won't even use it. So don't do that.
I had someone that was supposed to be here this morning at 9:00 for some headshots, and I have not heard from him yet.
Exactly. Literally don't do it. It doesn't work, right? So that's another part. Don't do it.
That's a good word.
And then 3, I think this is more physical. Invest in good shoes. Invest in good camera bags. Invest in a good wagon, right? Don't put that book bag. We joked about this the other day. Listen, you're gonna throw your bag out. Get a bag with some rollers.
Get some
but
wheels.
for years and years and years, I was carrying I'm 5'2". I was carrying a big behind think tank bag on my back, killing my back with all that equipment on. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Start early on. Get a bag with wheels. Get a wagon. And invest in really good light stands, C-stands if you can. They're not that expensive, but invest in those. Even aside from the latest camera, that type of gear you invest in things that protect your gear. Oh, and insurance.
And
Get insurance. Even if you have to get it under your homeowner's insurance or like your auto insurance, get something that protects you and I have big insurance. Real big.
Well, I forget the name of the. I just got. It's only $15,000, so I need to get another one. Let me know what other one you got.
Yeah.
But let me. I gotta show you this real quick.
Okay.
Just because of what you just said, I'm gonna mess up. This is the end of this. It's all good. To your C-stand comment.
Yep.
Brand new light. Brand new light. I took it out. I had a field on Audi. I had a shoot on Audi field.
And it dropped.
And I brought my small soft box on purpose. And it's still what it was. So to your point,
Yeah.
You want to protect yourself. See, not only C-stands. tripods also.
Tripods as well.
It's free.
Absolutely.
If you don't
Absolutely.
do it, the dog won't do it.
So those are my 3 that I can think of.
Any closing words you want to give? One of our cameras already stopped. Well, yeah, me. Any closing words you want to give? Tell the people as you close.
Just keep creating. Create. Photography, videography, visual art is subjective to the person who's creating it, right? So that means what you find beautiful, I might not find beautiful, but that doesn't make it any less beautiful, right? Somebody out there is going to connect with what you do, and vice versa. And also get a good core group of people who do what you do, but on a higher level, so that you can grow. And whenever you can, reach back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, because I tell you, like, you and JJ, especially in this season, this year, have been there for me, and I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, and we will continue to be there for you.
Indeed. I already know it. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Until next time. Live from Resonate, Baltimore. That was great. That was gold.